Good morning. My name is Craig Bowden. I am the Libertarian candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives running out of Utah's 1st Congressional District. Now, the other day, I was listening to the radio, and I ended up reading some of the news, and I ended up watching some of the interviews of the Utah Debate Commission co-chair, Scott Howell. I have a message for Mr. Howell. Scott, the other day, you were sitting there telling us that we were wackos. You were telling us that we were essentially illegitimate and that we weren't willing to put in the work. That we weren't willing to sit there and walk in the parades. That we weren't going door to door. That we weren't doing what we were supposed to do. Now, I have a little bit of a different theory, but first I want to show you something, Scott. I'd really like you to see this. This is one of my wife's shoes, okay? Notice how, it's a little bit older, okay? Now look at the tread on the bottom. You see how there's still some tread there? Now, obviously, it's a walking shoe. Now I'd like to show you mine, which was purchased at about the same time. Notice how it's a lot more worn. Notice how it looks a lot dingier. Then I want you to look at the bottom. You actually had the gall to say that we weren't doing anything, and that's why we were illegitimate candidates, and that offends me, sir. I've been going door to door. I have been doing what a candidate is supposed to do. I've been marching in parades. I've been holding town hall events. I've sat there and done meet and greets. I've attended candidate nights. I've attended functions. I've been to home parties that my friends and family have held for me and invited their friends. I've done everything that you guys have done. I know what it takes to be a candidate, and more than that, I know what it takes to be a representative of the 1st District. I've lived here my whole life, Mr. Howell, minus the 4 years that I was stationed in California. I love this country a lot, and that's why I chose to throw my name into the hat. But you want to marginalize who we are. You want to minimalize what we stand for. You think that we're just crazy, that we're just wackos. You think that we just stand there and expect to be thrown into the debate. Obviously, you haven't been paying attention to my campaign at all, Mr. Howell. I invite you to go and look at my Facebook, at my website. I invite you to contact me. But I don't think that you have the courage to do so because you know you're wrong. And anyone who is listening to this, I want you to know that Scott Howell is a liar. I want you to know that he just wants to cover his own rear end on why he chose to exclude third-party candidates. He doesn't want to mess with the Republican and Democrat struggle. You want to know the real reason why we don't have as much name recognition, Mr. Howell? Because we don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in a war chest. Plain and simple. We don't have the backing of a major political party. We don't have the backing of special interests. And frankly, that's okay with me, because I'm not looking to represent unions or corporations or any of these special interest groups. What I'm looking to represent are the voters of 1st District, which is why my shoes look like they do. Because I've been going door to door, meeting the people in the communities. If somebody really was putting in the time and effort, their shoes would always look like mine. I challenge you If you want to go ahead and debate about it, we can sit down and debate about it. And I encourage anybody who's watching this to share it. Let Utah know that that man is a liar. Let Utah know he is a coward. Let him know, let all of Utah know that he is a shill for the two-party monopoly.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate you listening.